everybody, it's Mrs. Lee here. It's assembly, gosh, I've run out of fingers, but it's assembly number 11 today. Shall we look at our board? I think we should. What's the time, Mr. Wolf? Ooh. Oh, right, I think you're going to know this one straight away, aren't you? So the long hand, the minute hand is on the 6, and we know that that means, yes, past. And the short hand, the hour hand, is in between the 1 and the 2. We always go to the first number, 1. So therefore it is, yes, 1:30. So it's in the afternoon, and you might be watching this at 1:30 at home. I know that in school we watch our videos in the morning, but you might be doing it differently at home. Right, okay, what else have we got on our board? Well, we're still in the month of January, so we're still learning the language of the month, Lithuanian, so labas. And our Makaton sign of the week we introduced yesterday is, put your hand like this, move it down. It's healthy, healthy. Did anybody make some soup? I'd really love to see your soup if you've made some. Maybe you could send a picture to me and I can put you in the shout out assembly on Friday. I've already got some photographs being sent in from grown-ups. It's really lovely to see what you're up to at home. So thank you for doing that. Right, should we have a look in my basket? Because in a moment I'm going to show you a video of one of our grown-ups from school, Miss Stenning White. Now Miss Stenning White was out and about before lockdown, and she went out with her daughter and she has made a little video of something that's really exciting, and I think it links to being healthy because it's about getting outside when we can and exploring and finding out. And in the video she uses her brain a lot. Her daughter's really thinking hard and they're learning about something from way back in the past. Go to my basket and see if I've got anything. Oh my gosh, in my basket today, I have got so many books. And they're school books. I just thought I'd show you them to you. One's called Stone Girl, Bone Girl. All right, look at the picture on the front. This one's called Monster Stones. This one's called Tom and the Dinosaur Egg. This one's called All About Dinosaurs. This one's called Discovering Dinosaurs, Weird and Wonderful. This one's called The Age of Dinosaurs. This one is just called Dinosaurs. And this one's called Stone Age, Bone Age. Any ideas what I'm going to read to you? Yes, that's right. We're going to talk about dinosaurs. Now you might think, what does that mean about being healthy? Well, your mind, your brain is part of you, and it's a big muscle, and we need to keep it healthy. So finding out about new things and things that are interesting keeps us to be healthy. So I'm going to read this book to you, and then we're going to watch a video from Miss Ellie. We're going to watch a video from Miss Stenning White with her daughter, and then I'll come back at the end. And then again, if you do anything similar at home, so maybe you become a bit of an archaeologist outside at home, you might send your videos or your pictures in to me for the shout-out assembly. Okay, so the book that I'm going to read to you today is called Tom and the Dinosaur Egg, and it's written and illustrated by a man called Ian Beck. It says down here, an epic adventure. I love the way that Ian has used his imagination. Okay. Tom lived with his grandfather in a lighthouse, which was surrounded by sharp rocks and wild sea. One cold morning, Tom went down to the beach. He collected shells for a while, until he saw something strange caught in a tangle of seaweed. Tom untangled it and carried it carefully back to the lighthouse. Then he showed it to his grandfather. Well, it might be a seabird's egg, might be a lizard's. Let's keep it nice and warm and see what happens. Tom gently wrapped the egg up in a blanket and left it by the lighthouse lamp. What do we do now, Grandfather? They decided to wait and see. Tom checked on the egg every morning and last thing at night. One morning, Tom noticed a crack. What is it? It's not a bird or a lizard. It's my own baby dinosaur. Tom's egg was a dinosaur egg. Tom took his dinosaur for walks on the beach every day, and as winter turned to summer, his friend grew and grew and grew. And the bigger he grew, the longer Tom's dinosaur spent gazing at the far horizon. See, the dinosaur looks a bit sad. It was not long before Grandfather had to say something to Tom about his dinosaur. Tom, I think your dinosaur is becoming a bit of a problem. They tried to find out where Tom's dinosaur had come from. He belonged somewhere like this. He showed a picture. See, I told you, reading makes you brainy. Look in the books, we'll find the answer. Tom knew his grandfather was right, but it made him feel very sad. I'm going to have to take you home. Tom was very sad at the thought of saying goodbye to his dinosaur, but he knew that the dinosaur belonged far away, somewhere warm and bright. We'll need to build a big vessel for a voyage like that. Well, that's a lovely word, vessel. What do you think he means by the word vessel? Look in a book, find out. Tom, the dinosaur, and Grandfather worked very hard to build a big enough raft. Ooh. It had a small cabin for Tom and a big sail to catch the wind. Tom and the dinosaur set out the next day. Look at that picture, it's lovely. What an adventure. They caught a strong wind. And soon they were surrounded by miles and miles and miles of open sea. They sailed for weeks on many seas, wild seas, stormy seas. They sailed through the day and the night. After weeks and weeks at sea, the weather became warmer and the sea calmer. And Tom was sure they were nearly there. One morning they saw an island in the distance and they sailed towards it. But it was a dark, wind-swept rock surrounded by sharks. No, this can't be your island. So they changed direction and soon they saw another island. It was green with trees and a jungle. They sailed nearer and nearer to the green island. They could hear. The dinosaur listened to the roaring and answered with his own roar. And then he waited. And the dinosaur was home at last. Because look, who's coming out of the trees and the bushes? Tom hugged his friend and then he waved goodbye and he set sail for home. He sailed back alone through the sun and the wind and the storms until he finally saw the lighthouse light. Grandfather welcomed him back from his long voyage and Tom told him of his adventures. It was amazing. And then one bright morning, weeks later, Tom found a big shell washed up on the beach. He picked it up, faced the sea and blew into it. I wonder whose shell it was. That would be interesting to find out, wouldn't it? Okay, I hope that you enjoy Miss Denning White's video and I will see you at the end. I'll see you in 3, 2, 1.
Hello.
Hello.
I know it's a bit strange that we're not all at school at the moment, but we can still go out and explore, which is what we've been doing today.
Finding fossils!
That's right, we've been doing some fossil hunting. What have we found? We have found some, can you remember what these ones are called?
Belemnites.
Belemnites, that's right. Can you see these? Pointy ones, got some big ones. And some little shiny ones too, that are quite pretty. Yeah. Some little shiny ones too. And these are from a very strange squid-like animal that lived in the dinosaur times. So in the Jurassic period, a long, 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 long time ago. And I can show you here. This is the animal that it has come from. And the part of the animal that it's from is its tail. It's called a rostrum. And some other fossils we have found are ammonites. That's part.
And
Devil's
toenails.
And devil's toenails. That's a big one, isn't it, Neve, you found there? So these are parts of an ammonite. You can see all the ridges. And here's what it looks like in the middle of its shell. And ammonite is also a creature that lived a long, long time ago in the dinosaur times, and it was a sea creature. And this is what it looked like here. You can see its spiral shell. And this one here, a griffia, or a devil's toenail, that's the other one we found. So we've got lots of these ones, big ones like this, and some very little ones too, like this. And they were oysters that lived a long, long time ago in the dinosaur times. So we found lots of exciting fossils that we're now scrubbing nicely. Aren't you doing a good job there with your old toothbrush? Scrubbing the fossils. So next time you go somewhere like Grapham, take a walk along the edge of the water where the bays are and see if you can do some fossil hunting too. Yeah, see if you can find some fossils. Well, I hope you enjoyed our video. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Gosh, that was great, wasn't it? So a big thank you to Miss Stenning White and her daughter for getting all of those different fossils and washing them so carefully. And for Miss Stenning White to actually do some research for us and was giving us some of the names of them. I found that really interesting. Certainly got my brain working. So I feel quite healthy today because I've been out and about on my roller skates, and I've also walked the dog, and I've done a little bit of work on my brain, and that's what we need to do. Shouldn't be just sitting at home doing nothing, should we? We've got to keep going. Right, so I'm going to finish off with our small prayer. Are you ready? Help me to do the things I should, to be to others kind and good, in all my work and all my play. I will see you for assembly number 12 tomorrow. One more sleep. Bye.